What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Got a lot of trade rumors to dive into, and then an updated injury report from both Kansas City and San Francisco. Could the Chiefs trade for defensive end Cam Jordan, who is with the New Orleans Saints? He's getting up there in age, but still a very, very good player. CBS Sports proposed 13 different trade ideas, and this is one the Chiefs were connected to. Cam Jordan to Kansas City for a second and a third round pick. Now, obviously, Kansas City has a few extra picks to work with following the Tyreek Hill trade, and they could use another pass rusher. You look at Cam Jordan, sure, he's 33 now, but 3.5 sacks this year, 6 TFLs, 6 quarterback hits. This is a guy who still gets it done coming off the edge, and he's a bigger defensive end, which is something Steve Spagnuolo values in this 4-3 system. Remember when he traded D Ford because he wanted to get bigger with Frank Clark. Obviously, Frank Clark's been up and down, but the point being is he fits the mold of what Steve Spagnuolo likes coming off the edge of his defense. And we've talked about defensive end a little bit. That could be a position to target before the NFL trade deadline. Now, what do you guys think? Should the Chiefs go trade for Cam Jordan? Type T for trade, or you can type P for pass. Get your votes in the comments section below and let me know what you guys think. You look at this front four, it's good on paper. It's kind of average in production. Like Frank Clark, he's just okay. George Karlaftis is getting a lot of pressures, but not a lot of sacks. Chris Jones has been very good once again, but I think you could use a little bit more punch coming off the edge. I like Carlos Dunlap, but I like the idea of adding another edge rusher, whether it's Cam Jordan or someone else. These are 5 names I think that are worth monitoring between now and November 1st, which is the NFL trade deadline. Cameron Jordan, who we just talked about. Brian Burns is going to cost you more. He's young and very good, but he's out there for Carolina. Robert Quinn with the Chicago Bears continues to be a name that circulates. Bradley Chubb, he was connected to trade rumors before the season, and with Denver sitting at 2-4, maybe that gets revisited. Obviously, that would be within the division, but still. And then how about Rasheem Green is kind of an underrated guy with Houston, 2.5 sacks, is a situational pass rusher this year. He could be a guy to target as well. And hey, if the Chiefs make a trade, we're going to have you covered. So subscribe to the channel as we're going to have nonstop updates, news, rumors, trade buzz, all season long, trades for the next couple weeks. Then the deadline will come and go, obviously. But the point is, we're your channel for the latest Chiefs news and rumors, so hit that sub button. We're not going anywhere throughout the NFL season. How about Elijah Moore? This has become the hot topic today in the NFL. Elijah Moore, according to a report from Ian Rapoport, has requested a trade due to a lack of targets. Here is Rap Sheet just a little bit ago. There was already rumors earlier based on Rich Cimini's report. We'll get to that in a second. Jets wide receiver Elijah Moore, frustrated with his role and usage, has asked for a trade. The team has no plans to trade him. The former second-rounder was targeted once in the win over the Packers, but the play was negated by a penalty. Now, this came from earlier today when Rich Cimini put this out there and people kind of started connecting dots. He said, a curious situation with Elijah Moore, who is obviously frustrated with his role. See Sunday night's tweet. We'll show that in a second. And has made a couple of cryptic tweets over the past hour. He's not at practice for a personal day. Cimini also added this. Mike LaFleur, the Jets offensive coordinator, says he's had an open dialogue with Elijah Moore, and we're going to keep it in-house. Well, it's not in-house anymore because he has requested a trade. We'll talk about this further and whether or not the Chiefs could hop in on the sweepstakes here in just a moment. But first, time to tell you guys about our sponsor today, and that is BetUS. If you want to make money this football season by betting on the NFL, college football, MLB playoffs, the NBA, hockey, all the sports are out right now. You can bet on them. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125 to get a 125% deposit bonus, which means if you put down $100 when you go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet, they'll give you an additional $125 for free. Chiefs only 3-point favorites here. I think there's money to be had here. The Chiefs don't lose twice in a row. They're only a field goal favorite. I think they cover that in San Francisco on Sunday. Go bet on them. Chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125. Now, the Jets, when you said earlier today, as we get back to Elijah Moore, said that Elijah Moore's out with a family matter. But now he's requested a trade. And also, he tweeted this out after the game the other night, which really kind of got the wheels churning. He says, if I say what I really want to say, I'll be a selfish guy. We win and I'm grateful. Got huge blessings. All I ever wanted. Bittersweet for me, but I'll be but I'll be, what do you say there? But I'll be silent. I'll be solid, excuse me. Sorry about that. My eyes they're going on me. So I'll stay quiet. Just know I don't understand either. What he's saying, I don't understand the lack of targets. And now you fast forward a few days, and Elijah Moore has requested a trade. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. Now the Jets got a trade request from Denzel Mims. They haven't moved him. Now they're getting one from Elijah Moore. They say they're not going to move him. But every team has a price. Every player has a price. And if the Chiefs are willing to meet that price, they could add a young, promising player. You look at Elijah Moore so far in his career. First year, 11 games, had 538 yards and 5 touchdowns. This year in 6 games, 203 yards. His first 3 games, he was getting targeted a lot. Last 3, only 8 targets. So obviously he is frustrated there. And this is a talented player. Second-round pick last year in 11 games in a bad offense, had 5 touchdowns and over 500 yards. You space that out over 17, he would have had 700-800 yards last year, maybe 7 or 8 touchdowns. I like Elijah Moore. He's a good route runner. He can play slot or the outside. Honestly, he's very similar to Sky Moore. They have a pretty similar skill set overall. So, and same last name. That just goes to show that they're brothers. Kidding. That's fake news. But, hey, I'd be interested. Depending on the price, we'll have to wait and see. Now, we've talked about defensive end and wide receiver. What do you guys think is a bigger need? You could talk me into either. These receivers have been good, not great. This pass rush at times has been okay, but not great. Type WR for receiver or type DE for defensive end. All right, some injury stuff, and then we'll get out of here. Chiefs injury report today has come out. Rashad Fenton missed another practice with a hamstring injury. I do not expect him to play this week. Michael Dana limited with a calf. Joe Tooney limited with an ankle. They both didn't practice Wednesday, so trending in the right direction. Brian Cook, full participant after that concussion that caused him to miss last week. I think he'll return this week. L'Jarius Sneed, full participant with a knee injury. So is Harrison Butker, who kicked last week. He should be good to go, as should McCole Hardman and Trey Smith. Now, the 49ers injury report is a lot longer than this, but these are the guys that did not practice. Mike McGlinchey with the calf. We'll see if he's able to go. Eric Armstead has a foot injury. He did not practice. Neither did Samson Ebukam, who had a Achilles problem. Talanoa Hufanga is in the concussion protocol. That means he's probably not going to play. Then Charvarius Ward, former Chiefs corner, pulled his groin last week, so he may be out as well. Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, kind of questionable right now. We'll see if they're going to give it a go. But even if they do, this team's pretty banged up. The Chiefs should be the healthier team going into Santa Clara this Sunday, and I like Kansas City's chances to come back and bounce back and win this game. Kickoff 3:25 Central Time, 1:25 out there on the West Coast. Again, I'm puzzled by the line. Only a 3-point favorite. I don't know. I think the Chiefs go in there and take care of business on Sunday afternoon. Predict the score for us. Chiefs at 49ers. Get those score predictions in. I'll go Kansas City 27-17. Let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments section. And hit that sub button. We'll have a couple of mailbags that go out between now and Sunday. And then on Sunday, watch party. So join us for that. We'll be live probably 3 o'clock Central Time for a 3:25 kickoff. So we will see you then. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. I'm Harrison Graham. We'll see you soon here on the Chiefs Report.